Hello my beautiful friends, it's Amanda here, and today I'm going to talk about my August favorites. I know this is a little bit later than I usually post my favorites, but you know what? It's a long weekend, we got the Labor Day weekend, and things are just kind of moving a little bit more slowly here. But you know, we're only a few days into September, so I feel like there's still plenty of time to talk about August favorites. I have a lot of favorites as usual. It's a mix of all different kinds of products, some new things, some rediscovered old favorites, some things that just consistently pop up in my favorites all the time. So let's start with something new and something we don't talk about that often on this channel, which is fragrance. But I have a recent new favorite fragrance. This is from Philosophy. It's the Fresh Cream Warm Cashmere scent. Do you remember this? This is from Bath & Body Works. It's called Cashmere Glow. I don't even know if they still make this scent. This is definitely a pretty old bottle of Body Splash. Don't judge me. This Fresh Cream Warm Cashmere scent is a more grown-up version of that Bath & Body Works scent, which is always one of my fall favorites. This is like the fancy lady version of Cashmere Glow, and I do enjoy being a fancy lady sometimes. This is warm and sweet, a little bit spicy. It's not an overwhelmingly vanilla-y scent. It definitely just has those toasty fall vibes. And I've been wearing this during the daytime. I do tend to go for something a little bit more intense with like a musky tobacco type of fragrance for evenings. Not that I do much in the evenings, but this has been an everyday go-to type of scent for me. I've only been using it for about 3 weeks, so I haven't put much of a dent in it yet, but I'm really impressed by the lasting power. I've gotten a lot of compliments on this one, and it's just a cozy little fragrance, so I wanted to share that with you, especially as we move from summer into fall. This is a really nice daytime fall scent. Speaking of fall, because I'm always speaking of fall, this is a nail polish that I am not currently wearing on my nails, but I was wearing for a really long time. This polish lasted almost 10 days on my nails, which is impressive. So you've seen it in a few of my recent videos. This is called Autumn. It's from Zoya Polish. I'll give you a close-up look at it, even though I'm not wearing it on my nails right now. You can go back and see it on my nails in my last few videos. My last non-makeup favorite that I want to mention are all of my fall earrings that I've been making and posting in my Etsy shop. I've been wearing them like crazy. I know I always talk about them because they're so cute. I love them. They make me so happy. I'll take this one off and show it to you up close. I love these little tiny leaves. They're just so cute, and I already have some of my pumpkin designs out now too. Fall and Halloween are always my favorite collections that I do for my Etsy shop, so I've really just been living my best life, playing with all my fall designs and getting to wear them and test them out and trying my best not to keep every single pair that I make. Alright, let's talk about some makeup now. I do have a recent go-to complexion combo that has really just been working for me, working for my skin, working for my style. This Sneaky Balm from Salt New York paired with the Too Faced Ethereal Light Concealer. This just gives me the dewiest, freshest looking skin. Personally, I don't like a ton of coverage. I want a little evening out, a little bit of a radiant, hydrated look, but I don't want to do a ton of products and I don't want to put a bunch of coverage on. And these two have just worked so beautifully. I feel like my skin looks healthy and dewy and fresh and evened out, but I don't have to use a ton of products. I don't have to put a bunch of work into it. I use the shade N11. The Sneaky Balm just comes in this little magnetic pan, and I literally just stick my finger in there and tap some of the balm on wherever I want to even out, and then I put a little bit of concealer where I want a tiny bit more coverage. I did a dedicated review on this Ethereal Light Concealer, but I didn't do a dedicated review for the Sneaky Balm. I just wanted to make sure that I mentioned it because I've been absolutely hooked on this. This is all I've been wearing for a long time, and I've just loved the way it looks every single time. Such a good combo, good products on their own and even better together. Also, along with that very low-key complexion routine, I've never really been a big contour girl, but I have not been doing bronzer and highlighter and powder and setting spray. I've literally just been doing a little bit of a skin tint, a little bit of a concealer, and a little bit of a cream blush because I'm just really feeling that low maintenance type of look lately. And you know what? That may change next month. I may be fully glamorous, a dozen products on my face, but lately I've really only been going with a little cream blush. 9 times out of 10, it's either the Cheeky tint from Huda. I've really been loving this one called Perky Peach, or my much loved Milani Supercharged Multi-Stick. I've talked about this so much this year. I love the shade Spice Jolt. It's what I'm wearing today. Either one of these are fantastic options. They're obviously wildly different price points, but all in all, I love them both. So whatever your budget is, I have something for you to try because these have both been my go-tos for the month of August. When it comes to my favorite eyeshadow, I have a palette that I have been reaching for so much. This was a really, really hyped product and I just didn't pay that much attention to the initial hype, and it was fully justified. I should have. I wish I would have paid attention sooner. It's the Dollhouse palette from Blend Bunny. This palette is so much more interesting in person than it looks in photos. I don't really know quite how to put my finger on it, but it has some really interesting colors for a very neutral palette. Like, even when you see this on camera, this whole row looks the same to me anyway, but in person, there's a great variety. I love the formulas. It's been something that I reach for a lot, but I don't feel stuck doing the same look over and over again. It's got a lot of variety, great quality shadows. It's just a really fun, really, really cute palette. I wish that I had bought into the hype earlier so that I could have used this and loved it even more than I have been, but I get it. I see why. I do have a whole video review with this. And, you know, spoiler alert, it's worth the hype. This is probably one of the best releases of the year, palette-wise. Maybe it's a little early to be saying that. I don't know. No spoilers for the best of 2022. We're about to change years, and I still can't remember what year it is. Typically, it only takes me like a month or two to get used to it. Not this year. Lastly, I want to tell you about my favorite lip color of the month. Not too long ago, I released my top 10 fall favorite lip colors. And that's a pretty good resource. If you want to hear some more of my favorite lip colors, I have a whole wide variety of finishes, price points, but this one is a more recent addition to my collection. Again, I did do a whole review on this release. This one is such a standout for me. This is the NYX Smooth Whip Matte Lip Color in the shade Faux Fur. I absolutely love this. It's the one that I'm wearing right now. It's just this beautiful, toasty, orangey, brick red shade. It reminds me a lot of the Too Faced PSL liquid lip. This one's a little bit darker, a little bit more red, but it's definitely a similar vibe, and I just love these toasty orangey reds right now. So this has been a go-to for me, especially if I'm doing a more low-key makeup look. Bare skin, flush cheek, 1 or 2 eyeshadows swiped on, and then a more bold lip color like this has just been such a cute look. It makes me look more glamorous than I feel, if you know what I mean. Like I said, sometimes I like to be a fancy lady. So those are some of my favorite things from August. I know that felt vaguely like a fall favorites video, and you know, you're not wrong. I've been gearing up for my favorite season. I've just been gathering up all of the fall joy that I feel. I had some kind of tough times earlier this year, so I just appreciate that fall joy, and I just feel like I deserve it and I'm enjoying it, and you know, I'm leaning into it. Now's the time when I want to hear what you loved over this past month, whether it's new products, rediscovered favorites, things you're bringing out to enjoy for fall. I want to hear about everything, your snacks, your decor, your outfits, not just beauty products, anything that you're enjoying. I want to hear about it. Make sure you share it down in the comments so that we can check out your favorites too. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye! Oh man, I should mention this sweatshirt. I haven't really been wearing it all August. This is only my second time wearing it, so maybe I'll put this at the end as like a sneaky favorite. Look how cute this sweatshirt is. As soon as September hit, I broke this out and my husband was like, okay, I see. September 1st, here comes the Hocus Pocus sweatshirt. So yeah, did I wear this, immediately wash it, and then put it back on today within a matter of like 4 days? Yeah, I did. So what of it? Just harvesting the happiness of fall, if you know what I mean. No, nobody knows what you mean. What are you talking about? Can you tell on camera that this is like a dark green eyeshadow? Kind of gives me the vibes of the look I did with that NARS, what was it? Cool Crush. I really liked it. Cool something. Maybe it was Cool Crush. Kind of reminds me of the look I did with that palette. Okay, focus, Amanda. And, what? Great, crushing it. Now I'm gonna go talk about this palette. It's the one I'm wearing, and oh my. It's the Tarte Maneater After Dark, and it's a beauty. Just wait until you see it. I didn't believe it. Maybe you won't believe it either. Actually, you probably will. Is that promising more than I can deliver? Maybe. Thank you so much for watching. I just appreciate it. You know, you could be doing a lot of things, and you came here to hang out with me, and I think that's really cool and really nice. And I appreciate it, and I love your face, and I'll see you soon, okay? Bye!